Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We are looking at some more custom Dawnguard expansion cards by Hazash. Today we are looking at the Werewolves cards he has made, which, to give some more context, these cards aren't like a massive change to the beast form keyword kind of archetype sort of stuff. It's just a few things to kind of allow werewolves to synergize with night and fit into that kind of dark, eerie atmosphere. As mentioned, this is also a re-upload because some of the cards have had their balances changed. So if you've already seen this set, you might not have seen the balance changes. So let me know in the comments what you think of them, if you think they're good, if you think they're bad. Oh look, 29th of July is almost upon us. This goes up on the 30th, but yesterday was my birthday, so boom. I say yesterday was my birthday. I'm recording this on the 28th. So tomorrow is my birthday. Basically, the 29th of July is my birthday. You're seeing this a day after my birthday. And I am recording this the day before. Anyway, let's look at the cards. Less about me, more about Hazash's wonderful creations. Now, first we have Circle Charger, a card based off Farkas, one of the higher-up members in the Companions. Quite a rash and brutal fellow. Hence why he's a 5-cost 5/3 with Beast Form +1/+1 and a friendly werewolf battles an enemy creature. And as there's no implication of the word random, this is of your choice, we can assume. So, as he has mentioned, it's based off Farkas, you know, one of the higher up members in the Companions, you know. He's basically designed to advance the threat posed by your existing Beast Form cards, meaning that if you've got something else that you want to take on a different creature, you can. It really just works as a good bit of aggressive removal. Because, you know, it fits into strength very well, and it's not something we've really seen with any of these Beast Form cards so far, but makes a lot of sense, because people, when they turn into werewolves, usually go a bit out of control and lean into their more atavistic nature. Ooh, atavistic, bet you weren't expecting that word. Anyway, let's move on. A solid card, though. And very, very nice artwork on the werewolf side. I know this was unused art from Elder Scrolls Legends. In fact, it might have been like Nord Firebrand's original art or something like that, because it does look familiar. But yeah, no, this art's really good as well. Anyway, moving on, we have Stalwart Companion, which is based off Vilkas, the brother of Farkas. And Stalwart Companion is a 4-cost 2/3 with Beast Form +1/+1 for each of your opponent's runes that they currently have. Which is a very interesting dynamic, actually, because Beast Form goes off when you shatter an opponent's rune. So that means the earlier you can use this, the better the card actually is. Which is kind of like a weird little twist, because usually you obviously want things which are further down the line. So if you get this very early on, it becomes a very good 4-cost 6/7. But, you know, at the end of the game, it just becomes a werewolf if you destroy the last rune with it. So it's something that you kind of want to get early game, which is kind of an interesting dynamic, because he's a 4-cost. And if you're playing quite quick aggro, you can usually break the first rune if there's no proper defense turn 3 or maybe turn 4. So, yeah, it's a very interesting idea, I'll give you that. It is also kind of interesting to see, because we don't have any willpower werewolf beast form cards. And this is something that I personally like to say, it's something that is, again, it's a bit off topic, but I want to see what you guys think. So these are the wolf cards in the game. Not really much too special about them. But there's ones like Uncaged Wolf, which gain buffs and synergy off friendly wolves. There are ones like Alpha Wolf, which buffs the strength or just the power of other wolves. And something that I've always personally thought is that I would have loved it if these cards also buffed werewolves. Because I'm pretty sure they don't. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But I'm pretty sure wolves and werewolves are considered different things in the game. But if they aren't, which, you know, like I said, I'm pretty sure they aren't. Like, I'm 90% sure they're different. You can correct me if I'm wrong, though. I feel like it would have been a much cooler idea if they did synergize, like, perfectly together. And it would have allowed you to make these really cool House Redoran werewolf decks. And with extra cards like this, it just kind of helps layer it up a bit more. Because they're, like we said here, there's a few cards, but there's not too many in the game to kind of work with. But yeah, Vilcus, or Stalwart Companion, it's an interesting card and very much one which kind of flips the beast form mechanic on its head, because it's all about kind of smashing runes quickly and, you know, just having one rune smashed rather than just going in like mad to constantly set off beast form abilities. And as you can see, if you have seen this set before, you've probably seen him as a bit weaker a card, and as they've mentioned, it's just to make the card seem a bit more buffed, because as much as it can become a 4-cost 6/7, realistically you're going to be not always getting this straight away, and if you've got multiple copies in your deck especially, it's quite likely that you'll draw these as your opponent's only got 1 or 2 runes left. So that's just something to consider. And then finally, because we have got quite a small set here, we have the Moonlight Hunter, a 2-cost 1/2, which gives other friendly werewolves +1/+1 at night, and when it turns into a werewolf, it applies night for 2 turns. This one is based off Sinding from the Ill Met by Moonlight quest, that Hircine, well, it's Hircine's Daedric quest in Skyrim, basically. If you have not played it, you just need to head to Falkreath, and if you head towards the graveyard, you'll see a family praying about their child that got murdered, which is a very impressive feat, to be fair, in Skyrim, because you don't really see many children die without console commands or mods or anything like that. But anyway, as you can see, this card here is mainly as kind of synergy to just try and work and implement Night into the werewolf archetype, which I find a really cool thing to have, but I think it is just the one sad issue of there's just not too many werewolf cards in the game currently, which would mean, you know, you'd want to have wolves also kind of get bracketed in with this one big mechanic. But yeah, it's a very impressive card. I like this, and it definitely does make these cards all fit in with the expansion and the themes of the expansion. So it's something that I do like, and it's probably my favourite of these 3 cards. But yeah, there you go. It's a very small addition to the set here, but it is still an addition nonetheless. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. And yeah, I hope you guys are all well. I'll see you in the next one.